By the guy with the hella good hair. Won't you come over, baby? We could shake, shake, shake. Yeah! Because the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the hater's gonna hate, 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 hate. Baby, I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Hold on. You're sliding. I know. Shake it off, shake it off. Shake it off, shake it off. Shake. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Kisses? Good job.
He's so cute, Kelly girl.
She's flipped. Her collar's flipped.
Oh, Kelly.
My face. Look how tired my face looks. Maybe I should have got that other, what was it? Soy sauce soup or something?
The soy sauce base.
Because I'm not liking this too much.
You don't like the miso base?
I'm not with the mix. It's got eggs in here too.
I don't like a lot of people miso.
You like this miso?
I don't like a lot of miso. It usually tastes like too fishy for me.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, excuse me. I never know how to eat long noodles. I be tripping. I don't know about that.
Hi.
It didn't too short.
It does. Yeah, it started.
It started on its own?
Yeah.
Is that why Kelly jumped off?
I'm sure. Hi, guys. You gotta love it. I'll tell you the rest in a little while.
Oh, good update.
Okay, so, a couple of days ago, I went in to have a cardiac cath. Figured I'd get at least... What?
The stress test.
Oh, okay, so...
What causes you need to get the stress test?
Okay, so, alright, let me digress. So I ended up going to... Can you take and move that? That is very annoying.
I know.
Thank you. That one's very annoying. So I ended up going to the ER, whatever. They did all my cardiac labs because I was having chest pain, whatever. Nothing.
Whatever. You said you felt like having this on your chest. It was like whatever.
I did, and it was like for a couple of weeks. And I finally went to the ER. But they did all my my cardiac enzymes and whatever. Didn't show a heart attack. Didn't show any of that. The ER doc's like, don't know. Follow up with your GP. Fine. Well, I had an appointment with my nurse practitioner that Monday. Went and saw her, and it was one of three things. Either I had an infection in the cartilage that connects my ribs to my breastbone, which I had a long, long, long time ago, and I know that's a pain in the butt. I could have an acid reflux issue that I didn't know about, so she put me on Prilosec. Or it could be my heart, and just wasn't showing on the cardiac enzymes. So she suggested I have a stress test. Okay, fine. A chemically induced stress test. So I went for that. And I was really worried about it because you hear bad things about it, and it really wasn't that bad.
Well, what about the cardiac enzymes?
It showed nothing. Okay. No heart attack. I already said that. No heart attack, no nothing.
Okay.
So I went to the stress test, had it done, saw my nurse practitioner the next week because it was my follow-up appointment. It's just, and in the meantime, I had my annual mammogram and whatever. And my MRI. I had all kinds of doctors going on. But anyway, so I walked in and my nurse practitioner said, good news. She's like, good news, bad news. I'm like, oh, great. She's like, good news, mammogram's good. Fine. See, you need to do that in another year. Great. She's like, bad news is your stress test came back abnormal. And I was like, am I in AFib? I mean, that seems like everybody anymore is an AFib. She said, no.
Calm down. Slowly. Slowly, because it's important.
She said, no. She's like, it says that you have a 10% block. Like, okay. She's like, genetically, I'm going to refer you to a cardiologist. She's like, because your dad was 50 when he passed, supposedly a massive heart attack. My mother was 57 when she passed, had massive stroke, blah, blah, blah. So genetically, and I'm knocking, 50, not quite yet, but I'm getting there. So I went to the cardiologist. So they're a nurse practitioner, and she said, again, and her too, she's like, because of your genetic background, I suggest that you have a cardiac cath. Okay. And an echo, which that didn't happen. But anyway, so I went the other day for my cardiac cath, figured I'd get at least one stent.
You were hoping for no stents, but okay.
I was hoping for no stents, but you never know. When you go in there, you hope for the best.
So basically, if you have a block, they'll insert a stent in. Or they insert a stent to open up the vein in order for blood flow.
Or the artery or whatever, yeah.
Correct, to make sure that it's not blocked and it has enough blood flow through it. So when they went in for her, when they did the graft for her, the cardiac for them, they noticed that she had 4 separate blocks. And so as a result,
I got 4 stents. I was not expecting that, but okay. It really wasn't all that bad. I don't remember any of it. So, I actually was in no pain even afterwards. They did it through my femoral artery, through my groin, which is fine. I still have no pain there. So I ended up getting 4 stents. So I got some new heart hardware.
So when the doctor came to the waiting room, he came in the waiting room, he looked in the room, I was the only person in the room. He looked at me, shook his head, walked out. And then something told him to come back. He came back and he said, are you with... So he said your name. I said, yes, I'm with her. He said, oh, okay. So she got 4. He said, she had 4 blocks, and so she had 4 stents put in. I said, hold on for once. I said, where were the blocks? And I said, I knew about the 10% possible block in one area. I said, where were the blocks at? He was like, well, we fixed it all in one go, so she should. That's what we do. We fix the problem, so she doesn't have to come back for another problem. And then he walked out the room. And so I didn't have any answers until I got on the floor and spoke with the nurse. The nurse explained to me what the blocks were. But she thought, well, some things that we could do to prevent the blocks from happening again. And then also she explained it for a couple other things. But, of course, I would love to have heard it from the surgeon, but he just didn't have time to have a conversation. I don't know how many surgeries he had. I know that before he did her procedure, I know he did 2 other procedures before, because he spoke with the other patient that was sitting there that had just got a procedure done with him. He spoke with her, and then he went directly into Mandy's procedure, directly into it.
And the prep room was full. I mean, there was like 5 beds where they were, in the prep room, with IV and stuff ready. Man, I mean, they were busy the other day. So,
but before Mandy got the procedure on y'all know she'd been like ghostly white, ghostly white, to the point it looked like a chalkboard. It looked like somebody just took chalk dust and patted it all over her feet, her face, and her arms. She finally got color back.
And my hands aren't, well, they're a little cold today, but not as bad.
But they're not cold like they were before.
Yeah, no.
You were like, when I'm saying ice cold, it was like if you've been holding ice cubes in your hand and you touch your hand with ice cubes, that's how her extremities were feeling. So she just wasn't getting adequate blood flow. So, grateful they did the stents, grateful that it was called before it was a massive heart attack. Mm-hmm. And grateful it was called at the state that it was called at, because technically what they stated was, if it was called at a worse state, she would have to have open heart surgery and have a bypass. But it was called early enough to just put the stents in, and we just have to change things like her diet and exercise, that kind of stuff, and make adaptations to that. But basically the bottom line is, unfortunately, she's genetically predisposed to heart disease. So it means we need to be more aggressive on the diet and exercise part of it because we've got to counteract the genetics of it, if that makes any sense. But it was fucking scary as hell. Fucking scary. My sister my sister asked me, do you want me to sit in a room with you while you wait? And I'm like, no, it'll be fine. I know she's at 10% block. I was like, I know she has a 10% block. It's fine. I'm not going to lie. When he walked in, he told me, he's like, oh, she had 4 blocks and I fixed them all. My heart went into my stomach and I wanted to throw up. And I just was looking at him like stupefied.
Well, when the doctor...
I couldn't speak. It was...
When the other doctor came in the morning of the day that I got discharged, the next day, he had a diagram of a heart, and it said how much block was in each of the 4 places. I never saw a 10%. I was a little freaked out. One said 90%, one said 80%, one said 75%, and the other one said 70%, I think. And then there was one that said 80%. He's like, why didn't he put a stent there? I'm like, I don't know. He never talked to me. Well, then he goes, oh, that was a mistake. He wrote the wrong number. He goes, that was like a 20%. He goes, no, that's wrong. But it scared me. 90, 80, 70. I was like, whoa. So it got fixed. So yes, got to change everything. But it does say Rome was not built in a day, so it's going to take a little bit to get used to the change, but that's okay.
But I don't think you have a choice.
I know, but it's not going to change in one day.
Okay, I don't think you have a choice.
I know, but are you hearing me?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I can't change everything in a day.
You can't change everything in one day, but you can make a choice to make a different choice now.
I know.
And it doesn't fucking matter.
I know.
And it doesn't have to be done in one day, but you fucking need to make an attempt.
Stop. Watch your language.
I apologize. I didn't realize you guys were sensitive. I'm very sorry.
I'm going to change.
Carly, why are you underneath my chair?
I'm going to get up in the morning and cook some chicken. Bake some chicken.
You want to boil something?
Boil it?
Mm-hmm. Or you going to bake it?
I'm going to bake it. Why would I boil it?
I picked her up some vegetables and chicken and stuff too.
I'm going to make a...
I like boiled chicken.
Sometimes. I like it with chicken. I like boiling chicken for chicken salad.
Oh, that's
be
really good. Why does that sound really good? I like that.
That sounds good. Maybe I'll make some chicken salad tomorrow.
Chicken salad sounds really good.
Yeah.
I make chicken salad with lettuce though. Or you mean like chicken salad like with mayo? Because I don't think you really should have mayo.
Oh, mayo's not horrible.
I don't think you should have mayo.
And how do you make chicken salad then?
I shred the chicken and add it to the salad mix.
That's not chicken salad.
Mm-hmm. It's chicken. It's salad with chicken on it.
Yeah, no. I'm like chicken salad. You know, a little mayo.
What the fuck did I say? This is why she don't like me to drink.
We're going to fight about this.
Why are we going to fight about this? I don't have any control on what you eat. Why are we fighting?
I know, because I'm wanting to make one thing and you're wanting something else.
Oh, honey, you can make whatever you want to make. It's fine.
Okay.
I have my chicken thighs, so I can make whatever I want. I can like boil the chicken and
I know,
because what I eat, you don't eat.
I know, but if I want to make chicken salad and I put a little mayo in it, I want to use a little mayo.
What did I just say? You're more than what?
I'm more than welcome to make what I want.
Correct.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, you can also make a chicken salad with just the lettuce, cheese, and veggies mixed with the salad mix.
Yeah, no, if I was going to do that, I'd just chop up the chicken. I wouldn't shred it.
Oh, shredded chicken on salad is
No,
so good.
no.
For me. I don't like it.
No.
With a little vinaigrette. For me, not you, for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do stuff for cholesterol, so olive oil and vinaigrette. Olive oil and, some squeezed lemon juice. Fucking good. Excuse my language, y'all. Lemon juice is so good to me.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the update on what's going on with me.
Lemon juice is good.
Yeah.
She has been like a difficult patient, though.
I'm not.
You haven't been difficult. You haven't been argumentative with me.
Not necessarily.
I can cite some. You want me to cite some examples?
No. What? Okay, so the other day when we were coming home, I was a little argumentative, yes.
She's been argumentative.
And
she's arguing with me, and I'm trying to help her. I'm not like trying to take her any of her freedoms away. I'm just trying to help her. What? I wasn't helping you?
You were, but you were stressing me out.
I said I was sorry.
I know.
And I gave you a full day to yourself. I even left the house.
I know.
I left my home. Went to the store and bought you food.
I know, thank you.
Wait a minute. I went to the store and bought you food.
You didn't have me stressed out today.
I was saying, I left.
Not today. Yesterday.
Well, it's because you were being argumentative.
I was not being argumentative.
They served her heart-healthy chicken salad for lunch at the hospital. Because the lady at the hospital said, "Do you want me to feed her before you pick her up?" I'm like, "She's a child," but she's not a child.
No, you said, "Make sure you eat before you get out."
No, I did ask the nurse to feed you before I picked you up.
And I said they already took my lunch order, so they're going to feed me.
So you ate lunch before I got you, and it was heart-healthy chicken salad.
I don't know if it was heart-healthy.
It was heart-healthy. It had the low-fat, low-cholesterol chicken dressing.
No, you don't know if it had that.
They have the residue taste of it, so yeah, I know it is. I know what it tastes like.
No, it was just chicken salad.
I know what the mayo they used.
Well, it didn't say anything on the order that it was heart healthy. It just said chicken salad on wheat bread.
Your diet was heart healthy.
I know,
but so they're not give you whole mayo. They're gonna give you
Continue on.
Attitude. Stop it.
No, continue on.
5, 4.
Stop it. Continue on.
3. Attitude.
Continue on.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll stop. I apologize. So basically, it was heart healthy chicken salad. She doesn't think it was heart healthy, but it was. It was the low fat chicken salad. She won't eat it.
Well, number one.
And then she got mad at me.
Number one, it tasted horrible. And number two, it was room temperature.
It was questionable.
I don't eat chicken salad if it has mayo. If it's room temp, I won't eat it.
It was questionable. It wasn't questionable. You know, anything that's light, anything that's fat free and light, it has that after bite to it because they put those supplements into it to kind of bump up the mayo. But anything that's fat free, low cholesterol, is going to have a residue bite to it. There's just no way around it.
If it would have been cold, I bet I would have probably maybe ate a little bit more of it. I don't eat anything with mayo that's room temp.
I understand. But I don't know why you're so strong with me right now in this video.
I'm not. I'm just saying. That's why.
I kind of feel aggression right now. I do. I don't think it's your intention, but I do feel it. Okay, fine. Am I going too far?
You are.
So you think I'm wrong?
No, I don't think you're wrong.
I may be wrong. I'll give you that. I may be wrong. But bottom line is she got mad at me because I told her that we eat for fuel. We don't eat for liking. We don't eat for because it tastes so great and we just want to consume it. But we should be eating for fuel, which means that usually things that we eat don't taste the best. Sometimes it doesn't. There's some things you can eat for fuel that does taste good, but that, you just kind of suck it up and you take it. And she got mad at me for saying that. And she asked me when I would have eaten it for lunch if that was the only option. And my response was, yeah, I would have eaten it. Because to me, again, you're eating for fuel, you're not eating for taste. So I would have sucked it up and took it and just started realizing that my taste buds are going to have to change because the foods that I'm eating, I cannot continue to eat those same foods, which means that I'm going to have to adjust my taste buds. And so because I said that, she didn't like that and I got in trouble. Right? Is that why I got in trouble?
Not really.
I just got in trouble for annoying you?
No. I'll tell you later.
I was bad?
I'll tell you later.
I was bad. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you later.
I'm sorry for being bad.
That's okay.
I can be pushy. I literally can be pushy. And I don't mean to be pushy. I say things because I'm wary. I get scared, I get stressed, and I get very, very worried. And when I get worried, in my mind and in my brain, I was thinking I could have lost my wife. I really could have. If it was something that we would not have addressed, we would have ignored it. She could have had a massive heart attack and I could have lost her. And that would have been more than nothing I would have forgiven myself for. to nothing that I would have survived. I would not have survived with losing you. But you know that already.
I know.
We have a deal. I go before you. That's the deal. And you remarry.
No.
You remarry somebody that makes you
I will
happy.
never remarry. Nope. No, too old for that.
Am I not horrible that you want to
No, God, no. I do. No, because once you meet the one, you won't meet another one.
So you won't remarry because you're so sick of me and I was so horrible. You don't want anybody else. You remarry because, you can't replace me.
It can't replace you. When you meet the one that's your soulmate, you can't replace that.
But I do want you to remarry.
Nope.
I want you to choose someone that's good for you and that makes you happy and
Nope.
and add to you and bring you
Nope.
joy.
Let's not worry about that right now, because I'm not going to remarry, so no.
But it did scare the hell out of me because in that moment, I thought I could have lost my wife. I really.
Well, I'm here.
I know.
I got some hardware in my heart.
I told you you're 2.0 now.
I know.
I said you're bionic. I tell everybody she's bionic now.
I have to remember to go get that little thing. They sent this little card. Well, I got to fold it up.
Oh my
But it's a
God.
card. No, don't cry. I'm fine. But it's a card, and it's in with my paper stuff. But I have to fold it, put it in my wallet, because if I would go to say the ball game and I go through the metal detector, I'd probably set it off because I have metal in my heart now because the stents are metal. And so I'd have
How
to.
the hell am I not going to cry about that?
They're there. They're not going to come out of my chest. They're in my heart.
But if you have to get that magnet thing done on you, the wand thing, it'll freaking kill you.
No, it won't.
I don't know.
They're not.
I watch Iron Man the movie
No,
too
they're
much.
they're
I really did.
non-magnetic.
I'm very honest. I've watched too many Iron Man movies. I gotta stop
Because
that.
they're non-magnetic. Because I was worried
Stop
about that with when I go get my MRIs. Because they're always like, do you have metal in your body? Well, now yes, but they're not. They're non-magnetic, so that won't affect the MRI machine, which is good. Because I was worried about that. But
Where's she at?
hell, I don't know.
I got a bobby pin on the floor. I gotta get that out.
I don't know.
So, you know what Stubborn Bob would do?
He'll eat it.
He would play with it in his mouth and flip it over.
Mm-hmm. He does that with your Q-tips. He likes to play with them.
Until he chokes on it.
Mm-hmm. But if I would go to the game or something and they'd, I'd set it off, they'd wand me, I'd be like, see, I have metal in my heart. It's okay.
She doesn't like me to worry about her. And she doesn't like me obsess about her. Or panic about her and worry about her and over comfort her, over babyfy her, over attend to her needs. She doesn't like that. I don't know how else to show love than to care about somebody. I don't know any other way to love somebody. I don't.
I don't mind you worrying about me and stuff, but
I'm serious about this stuff.
I know, I am too. But it's going to take time to get used to eating healthy again. Or not again, but eating healthy.
I will follow you where the fuck you go. Heaven or hell. Your ass ain't getting away from me.
I know.
Stop playing with me.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Shit. You don't have any clue. You have no clue.
Well, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Do you know how much I love you? Do you
Yes, I
have
do.
any clue?
I do.
How much I respect you and love you? Any clue?
Yes, because you took a day and a half off for me.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it does.
No, it don't mean nothing, no.
Yes, it does. Dude, when you brought me home, you could have went back to work.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No.
But no.
I had to make sure you were settled and you were happy and you know what you wanted.
Yep, no.
I gave you the whole house with none of me in it.
I didn't say anything about today.
I know, but because I knew I overwhelmed you the day before. Why do you think I gave you today with me not in it? Why do you think I did
So
that?
I could just chill.
Exactly, with zero stress.
And I did
With
chill.
zero questions with it. The problem is when I nurture, I over nurture. And I don't mean to. I really don't mean to. But unfortunately, I ask a lot of questions while I'm doing it. So I'll ask too many damn questions to the point that it becomes annoying. It's not my intention. I was thinking about that today. It's not my intention. I literally prayed on that today. I prayed on it and I thought about it today. I said, what am I doing that's making you aggravated? And I thought that it's the over nurturing. It's the over, like, not giving you a chance to think, and over, like, constantly feel like I need to fix you and fix it and fix everything now. And so that's why I stepped away today, to give you a break. And I told you to send me a list of what you want me to do.
And I did.
Yeah, you sent me a list of what you want me to do, and did I not do it?
You did, and thank you.
Right, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you telling me exactly what you need me to do, and I did exactly what you said, and then everything else, I let it go. Did I talk about it? Did I bring it up? Hell no. I let it be, and I let it go, and I did exactly what you asked. And I think that I pray that made a better day for you.
It did. I mean, I just chilled.
Okay, I pray so. That was the whole goal. The whole goal is for you to have a stress-free day where I wasn't over helping you to the point it wasn't fucking annoying.
No, you know who annoyed me? Stubby and Callie. Because they were wanting way too much attention, but that's
what
okay.
they do. You were gone for 3 days.
I know. No, 2 days.
You did. No, 3 days. Because remember, you did 2 overnights.
That was last week.
No, that was the same week.
No.
Yes, it was. That's why I was upset.
No, I did Monday night overnight.
Amanda, it was the same week.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah, because, well.
That's why I was upset.
That's
because
right. Well, I was here.
You did it overnight. And then the next night.
Got stuck.
The next night, you did just simply 8 hours and went directly into your surgery.
Yeah.
Well, so that's what I was stressing about, was the fact that you weren't getting any sleep.
Right. Well, didn't have to worry about that.
So that's why I left the hospital early. And that's why I kind of gave you time away today. So you can have time to think. Because that's why I was pushing for today for you to be off. So you can get your body regulated and get your game plan regulated and make your choices of what you wanted to do without hearing my voice, without anything, and not having the stresses of work. And I know you didn't like that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Actually, it's good. I'm glad I stayed home.
I'm glad you stayed home too.
Because I was like, I'm going to get up or I'm going to go to work. And I got up and I'm like, maybe not. I wasn't feeling, my stomach wasn't liking me. I took all my meds and I think that was not the right thing to do all at once.
Well, you have been all the sedation and all that stuff. Yeah, and they warned you it was going to be like that, especially going back on metformin. Mm-hmm. They warned you that, because she has to be off one of her meds for the procedure, and then you have the procedure.
48 hours.
Right, in case it was going to cause an issue with it. So it was within reason. And they also warned you, that's why they put you on that one anti-acid medication, was because they knew there was going to be issues with acid reflux and stomach issues. They knew after the surgery you were going to have those issues.
You know what, though? I never took it to the hospital.
Yes, they did. They gave it to you twice. They gave it to you that night and that morning. Yes, they did.
Did they?
Yeah, I talked to the nurse. They did. Because remember, they gave you the pill for the baclofen, then they gave you the Prozac, and then they gave you something else. The Prozac
probably the blood thinner.
The Prozac is the...
and the antacid thing.
Yeah. So, no, they gave it to you, and they gave it to you because you were nauseous. I don't know if you remember.
I wasn't nauseous.
You told her you were nauseous. I was in the room when you told her you were nauseous.
The day of, it was kind of a blur.
Maybe in the moment you felt it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can try.
But it was kind of a blur.
But it was so funny when she came out of sedation, y'all. It was hilarious. When she came out of sedation, I promise you, me and the nurse looked at each other like, what the fuck? She came out of sedation, like directly out of sedation. She was, I asked him about the magnets in the stents that went into the heart, because I have to get a MRI from my neurologist. I have to get that in, I forgot how many weeks you told him. And you asked about if there's going to be an issue with the magnets from that interfering with the MRI. She is out of a full sedation, and she used those are not the terms she used. She used medical terms. But we all stopped and just looked at each other like, what the fuck? How do you know to even say this stuff? What the fuck? We both, the nurse and I and the tech, we all looked at each other like, how the fuck is she stringing those sentences together? Because she was high as hell on those meds.
I'm telling you, I don't remember anything. Confused. It was funny. The last thing I remember was I moved myself over to the table, to the procedure table. And I'm laying there and I open my eyes. They gave me 2 Xanax, whatever for anxiety, and the Benadryl. Benadryl knocks me out, regardless of what it is. And I was laying there, and I opened my eyes, and there's this box above my head. And it's like the X-ray machine or whatever. And I'm like, I feel like I'm in Star Wars. I'm like, yep. And they were singing, they weren't necessarily singing, but they were talking about I Will Survive. And I'm like, love that song. That's the last thing I remember. Next thing I remember is they're like, hey, Amanda, we're done. We're going to move you over to the bed. I'm like, okay, to the other bed. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, nope, just stay still. Just put your arms there. Leave your arms there. And they just literally grabbed the blanket and pulled me over to the other bed. I'm like, okay. That's the last thing I remember.
You know, and then they came down the hallway with her, and I came out of the sitting room. And as I'm coming out the sitting room, Amanda was like, my cat's Bixby and my cat's Stubby, but my wife's name is Halima. She said, Halima's my wife. And the doctors, and then the tech, whoever was moving her, she said, Halima's your wife? She said, yeah. But she said, Bixby's dead. Bixby's dead. Bixby's dead. I said, baby, yes, Bixby passed away. She goes, yeah, that's my wife.
And I remember them saying they took the bags to your room. Already. My bag with my clothes and stuff. And my shoes. They're like, we already took it to your room. And I'm like, okay. But I don't remember much of anything after that.
She would say weird things to me. Like, I'm sitting here on the couch, and she would say, baby, you did so good. Baby, you did so good. You got 2 in. You got 2 more to get in, baby. I said, what are you talking about? She said, you're getting the silver into the cup. You're getting the silver into the cup. I said, baby, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just sitting here. He said, but you're doing so good. I said, well, thank you for telling me I'm doing good. I appreciate it. He goes, yeah, you're doing good, baby.
Then she goes, oh, they brought you lunch. They got a turkey sandwich and a banana and a bag of chips.
And I was like, she's not eating banana. She's not eating turkey sandwich.
I ate the banana.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. She ate my chips.
She proved me to be a liar.
And then as it wore on, I got a little bit better. So
yeah, she proved me a liar because I told the lady, I said I'm gonna have to get her something else for lunch because it was a turkey sandwich, and typically Amelia does not eat turkey meat. Oh, she told me I can eat some turkey meat.
I didn't eat the sandwich, but I did eat the banana.
No, she didn't eat the sandwich. But the point is, that's not even the point. The point was like, I can eat some turkey meat, and I'm like, what the hell? Who the hell are you?
Yep.
I'm so used to running around and switching or anticipating something you don't want and getting you something else. That's what I'm so used to doing.
I remember you had went down to the cafeteria and got something.
Did. I got a salad.
Okay. See, it's like
I got a protein pack and a salad.
All right. See, bits and pieces I remember, but then by that night, I was hooked up to an IV.
And I was going to get you I was going to get you some different food, and then we called into the nurse's station. She said, no, bring some food for you.
Yeah.
Because they said you were on a heart healthy diet.
Right. But they had the IV running pretty much because they wanted to flush the dye out of my system. So and it was getting,
Oh, she was so supportive when she was sedated. She was like, baby, you're so good. Baby, you do so good. I'm like, thank you, sweetheart. She said, honey, you're the best. She was so stoned. Honey, you're the best. Thank you so much. I'm like, I'm just sitting here, but you're welcome, baby.
But yeah, that day the day of the procedure was still kind of a blur. But that's
was so stoned.
But I think that's kind of meant to be.
But you did. I'm telling you, you did marvelous for that surgery. Marvelous. And you're walking, everything was so much better.
I know. I'd asked him, because you were still there. I asked the nurse, because I had to call. Said call, don't fall. So I hit the button and they came in, or they said, can I help you? I said, yeah, I need to use the restroom. They're like, okay. They came in, they unplugged my IV or the pole, so I could take it with me. I got up, I was expecting extreme pain. No pain. The nurse walked in to the door with me. I walked in, did my business, came out, she walked back, took my IV pole, went, plugged it back in, made sure my IV, core, thing didn't get all tangled up. I sat down, I was fine. I had no problem walking. It
blew my mind and blew the nurse's mind. We both were like, all right, there you go then. Because I had them on ready alert. They had another tech person in there. I was like, look, she's going to need hand assistance. And then walking in, I'm like, da-da-da. She got up out the bed and walked to the bathroom. everybody and I just looked at each other like, I said, I don't know, just go with it. The guy, because the one, I forgot what his name was.
I don't know.
With
What
a
it
D.
is. Yeah.
We got with a D. Daryl or...
I say Derek, maybe something, yeah.
Yeah, he was so sweet. He looked at me like, should I? I'm like, let it go. I literally just shook my head and said, let her do it. Because your ambulatory was really good. And I didn't expect that. I really didn't. I had everybody prepared for the worst. I really did.
And, yeah, and then what was funny was throughout the night, it was like, okay, I feel pretty good. I'd get up and unplug my IV off out of the, which, I mean, it was just unplugging it momentarily. I'd walk to the bathroom, do my business, come
you
back.
You went on the IV when I left? You went back on the IV?
Oh, no, they had taken it off.
Yeah, you only had 500.
Right, well, then the next morning they put it back on because they wanted to flush it. They shouldn't have we shouldn't have taken it off last night because they're trying to flush the dye out. Mm-hmm. But they plugged, so that, no, in the middle of the night I didn't have to worry about that. But it was like 6 o'clock that morning.
Because when I left, they had the IV turn up. They said 500 milligrams and you were stopping.
Right.
Well, when I called, she didn't tell me you went back on the IV.
At 6 in the morning, they put me
Why
back on.
Why did you call it 6 in the morning? I don't know.
But they got up.
I think I called it 2 when I felt like...
Yeah, 2 in the
I
morning.
woke out of a dead sleep. I always know when Amanda moves. It's weird. But I woke out of a dead sleep. I called the nurse's station. I was like, okay, she's up. I said, she okay? And the lady was like, how do you know she's up? I said, I just know she's up. Is she okay? She was, yeah, she's okay. I said, okay, well, I just wanted to make sure. And then she told me her glucose levels and told me everything that was going on. I said, well, thank you. She said, well, she's up. You can call in the room. I said, no, I would like her to sleep. No, I don't want her to be up. I don't want to have a conversation with her and keep her up. I want her to sleep. But she's like, how? And she kept saying, how do you know she's up? I said, my body is synced to her body. So I know when she moves. I just know when she moves. I don't think you're like with that with me. Like
sometimes.
But I'm synced to her. I know when she feels sad. I know when she's moving. I just know. My body, something wakes me out of a dead sleep and I'm like, Mandy's moving. Is she okay? Or when I feel like there's something wrong, I'll get up and come check on you at whatever time. Right. And then also the cats know too as well, because the cats will come to me that same time when she wakes up. Stubby came in the bedroom and jumped on the bed. I already jumped up out of my sleep, but Stubby also jumped in the bed meowing too as well. So if I move at the same time as Stubby moves, I know for a fact she's up moving, which is weird. Do you think that's weird?
Yeah, but you get synced.
They
came in and took my sugar, I think is what it was. And it woke
me up. She told me they did.
And I was like, dang it, now I gotta go to the bathroom. So I just got up and went to the bathroom. Yeah. So I was up momentarily.
You think it's weird that I called the same time you woke up?
It is, a little bit. And I had my phone sitting there on ring, so I was waiting.
I wasn't called to.
I know. But, I mean, it was, however.
I called the nurse station.
Yeah, when she came in and put the IV back on my, she's like, your wife called. Or no, I guess
you surprised when she told you that?
No, she came in after I laid back down. And just to tell me that you had called, I said, well, she could have called me. Mm-hmm. My phone's right there. And I told her you were up, but she said that she didn't want to call you because you need to sleep and whatever. I said, no. So I just told her that you're fine. Your blood sugar was whatever. That you're fine. Mm-hmm. I said, okay. I said, it's odd that she called, though.
You thought it was odd?
Yeah, I said, it's odd that she knew I was up.
It's odd that I didn't call you. That's probably
Yeah, and I was like, okay. I was like, but my phone's right there. I said,
But you thought it was odd that I knew you were up?
A little bit.
Why?
I don't know, because, I mean, you're, 10 minutes away. But you could probably sense it.
I always know when you're up.
Right.
I can be 10 minutes. I can be like fucking 7 hours away.
Oh, yeah, true.
I feel you. I know when you move.
I told her.
It's been like this since we've been married.
True.
I feel you all the time.
But he was like, she could have called. I was right here.
You know I'm not going to call and disturb. If you at work, I'll call and disturb you. But
well, yeah, because I'm at work. But she said, I told her that you were up. She's like, nope, I'm not going to call. I'm like, okay. Well, then I turned my phone
She thought it was weird. She was like, oh my God. She literally said, I want my husband to be like that with me. I said, no, you don't. That's annoying. They don't.
Well, needless to say, after she said you weren't going to call, I turned my phone on silent. Because I was getting tired of it. Because if I get, an alert or something, it buzzed.
I wasn't going to call. I didn't call.
Right, so I just turned it on silent.
I didn't call. Because I really did want you to go back to sleep. The whole point for you being in the room by yourself without me in the room was for you to sleep. That was the whole point of that.
And they came in enough to wake me up, so...
Well, you didn't need me there talking to you either. Yeah, disturbing you.
And you wouldn't have slept at all because they were in and out all night long. Mm-hmm. But it was okay.
Well, but she was so sweet. She was like, oh my God, I she kept saying, I wish me and my husband would sync like that. I wish me and my husband. I said, I'm thinking in my head, you probably are, honestly. He just probably doesn't realize it. A lot of people don't realize couples are sync. They can sense each other. Couples can sense each other. They can sense each other when they're sad, when they're upset, when they're worried, when they're happy, and then people don't notice that because when you're around somebody enough, you can sync, you sync to their rhythms.
Right. Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad to be out. I'm glad to be home.
You were not paroled from jail. Will you stop saying that?
Well, sorry. I'm glad everything went well.
She's been posting this. She said, I've been released. She kept saying, I'm sorry for laughing at you, baby, but I know I'm aggravating her right now and I'm not trying to. But she would say, I've been released. I'm like, baby, you weren't in prison.
Discharged.
You weren't in prison, though, baby.
I know, but
I know it felt like it, though.
No, but you are discharged.
You weren't discharged.
From the hospital.
You were.
So, I'm glad I was discharged. I'm glad I got to come home. I didn't have to stay an extra day, because I could have, they could have kept me an extra day if they needed to. I'm glad they didn't.
Well, yeah, you were okay.
Yeah.
If there was something to worry about, then they would have helped you, but I don't think it was.
But everything was good. My EKGs and because they came in at butt crack of dawn, didn't make EKG, and everything was good there.
Yeah.
But my little telemetry thing, they were like, everything looks good. So they let me come home.
Yeah. That's good.
So that was very exciting. Not really, but
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, don't apologize. I mean, it was what it was. I'm glad I was taken care of.
What am I thinking right now?
That you love me.
I do love you.
And that you're glad I'm here for another day.
Girl, you can go to a hotel. I don't care. I'm not done with you. No, seriously, what am I thinking?
That you're ready to go to bed.
Thank you, Lord.
Because I'm right there with
hand
you.
to God, hand to God. We're there. I'm like I'm half asleep. My eyes are like.
I'm right there with you. I'm ready to go to bed. I've been up.
You still mad at me?
No, not.
You still think I did too much overhelping?
No, not at all.
Were you really mad at me that day because I was trying to help?
No, it just a lot to take in.
It was a lot,
and it just wasn't helping. I was trying to digest everything that.
It was a lot.
You know.
That was scary. That was a lot.
It was.
That was a lot. I think that you. Could your mortality clip like that in that moment?
A little bit, yeah.
That's a lot to do.
Well, I mean, after the doctor came in and showed me the thing, the diagram, that was overwhelming. And then they were like, okay, well, this is what you need to do this. You need to change this. I'm like, okay. And then everything's going to change. Okay. Then they put you on a blood thinner. Then they're putting you, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. Slow down. It was just a lot in a period of 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah. I can imagine. I really can.
And it was just like, whoa.
That's why I backed away. I backed away for that reason because I knew it was overwhelming. And we did little steps. Little steps that we can do until you could. Right. And that's why I wanted you to take a day.
I took a day.
I know. To yourself without any outside. Because outside influences can make it
even worse.
When I'm saying outside, I mean outside of yourself.
Right.
Whether it's from me or from friends or family, doesn't matter.
It can make it harder.
It's too much.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I thought it was important that you had a day just to you, when no one was talking at you. It was just you listening to your internal stuff of you and to decide what you want to do for yourself without anybody telling you what to do.
It was a good day to take the day off. Because I feel better than I did earlier.
I'm happy. That makes me happy for you. It really does. Is there anything else we can do for you? I said me and the cats. Anything else we can do for you?
Time to go to bed. I've already taken my nighttime meds. It's time. I'm going to finish this bottle of water. It's time to go to bed.
I'm tired. I ate some chips.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, that drink was a lot.
I bet. Oh, you're yawning. That's a good sign.
Oh, I've been sleepy.
Well,
I've been sleepy for a moment.
And here I am
You're
yawning.
yawning too.
I know, because I'm tired too.
I'm gonna wrap my hair up because I have messed my hair up. I've been rubbing and messing in it too much.
Oh, well.
I was telling the hairdresser because you're like, oh, you need to have your hair up for a couple weeks, and that's why I was gonna get a quick weave. But I switched the style to a ponytail and yada yada yada, so I didn't get a quick weave. But and I told her, I said, shit, I gotta tell my wife again. I have black people hair. We have natural hair. It can't be straight all the time. And then I don't. She looked at me like I was nuts. She was looking at me like, I think your wife knows you have black people hair. I was like, I need to tell her.
I like your hair however, honey.
I know.
I like it
But you're a good person.
long. I like it short. I like it natural. I like it curly.
What's that?
Oh, probably Instagram or an alert. Who knows? Nobody. I mean, it's too late for anybody to be messing with me. It was on December 22nd. Do you remember this? Nope.
Oh, did you get the thing about September the?
Yes,
21st?
I did not send our address.
Oh, I sent that address out.
Okay, but yeah. I'll have to ask
So,
for that.
I think it's going to be a couple of days. I don't think it's just going to be one event.
I know that's fine.
So,
That's
and
a
they said it's going to be in Seattle.
Washington,
Seattle, no.
Seattle, Washington,
No.
Cincinnati, Ohio,
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
I don't know if it's going to be Ohio, but Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Kentucky. What's Cincinnati? Cincinnati. I don't know where. I don't. She said it's 5 hours from here. So whatever is 5 hours.
Well,
Cincinnati is 5 hours.
I don't know. I mean, is it Cincinnati, Ohio? Cincinnati, Kentucky?
I think it's Cincinnati, Kentucky, but
I don't
it's
think
5
there's a
hours
Cincinnati,
from here.
Kentucky, but okay.
Hmm?
I don't think there's a Cincinnati, Kentucky.
But it's 5 hours from here. We have to go to a wedding. My aunt's son is getting married on September 21st, and we're going to a wedding. Probably not September 20th. Oh, no, that's not the date. Damn it. What is... I'm trying to do things by memory. I apologize. It's going to be in October.
That says September.
It's October.
Okay.
I messed up on dates. I'm sorry. It's the end of October.
That's the day after my birthday.
Mm-hmm. So we just have to decide if we're going to go or not.
Okay, yeah, because we need to decide because I have a doctor's appointment that day.
Okay.
But I mean, we can always change it. Northern Kentucky. Cincinnati, Kentucky.
So, Cincinnati, Kentucky.
I don't think that's really... What?
But I don't know if we'll make it because October is like winter weather.
No, it's not. That's fall.
No snow in October?
Not in October. No.
I'm so used to snow.
No.
Yeah, we'll have to think about it. But like it's near your birthday time. So October 21st is your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's around your birthday. So we'll have to decide.
On Monday, though.
It's around that time period. We'll have to decide.
Yeah. But anyway, so
What?
I'll have to put in for the time. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was still in the hospital thinking about when I'm going to take vacation.
Okay. Well, I am filthy. I need to get out these clothes, take a shower. I'm not going to take a shower tonight. I'll take one in the morning.
Okay.
I need to take one tonight,
No,
honestly.
because it'll wake you up and it's too late for that.
I know, but it always makes me feel good.
I know, but it's going to wake you up.
I took a bath before Didn't I wash myself? I think I washed myself today.
Yeah, before you left.
I did, but I don't know. I'm just tired.
You need to sleep. Don't
I
get in
am.
the shower
I'm tired.
sleepy.
I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm very tired.
Well, let's wrap this up.
Oh.
Second yawn.
Mama said goodbye. So goodbye, y'all. Deuces.
And we'll see you on the flip side. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. We'll catch you later. Bye, guys. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe.